morning. Good morning, everybody. And welcome. Man, what a crowd and what a beautiful day. Man. Whew, what a wonderful day. And I've never, just a great crowd here today. Hey, first of all, I want to recognize the people that are going to be baptized tonight. If you're going to be baptized tonight, would you raise your hand? 1, 2, John? Oh, I'm sorry, not tonight. You'll be baptized this weekend. I'm sorry. Baptized this weekend. Look, there you go. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Bob. I think John shared. You sharing your story, John?
I will be.
Not now. No, I mean just baptism. Yeah. We already told. Anybody else? Anybody else sharing their story this weekend? Well, anyway, we're going to keep them in their thoughts and prayers, and we're just excited about that. Next thing, has anybody been here? Is this the first time you've been here? Can I see a show of hands? 3, 4, good. Well, you're welcome, guys, and we hope to see you back more. I'd like to start off introducing two very special people in my life. One I just met this morning and one I've known for a long time. If you remember a while back, I introduced the guy that I told you that I met when I was doing life skills classes down at the jail, my buddy Kelly. And he's my poster child. They both just got out of jail this morning. And they're here. Gary says he's found Jesus. He loves the Lord. He was in jail for 24 years and just got out. And my friend Kelly here, 29's a charm, right? The 29 time, we ain't getting in there anymore. But it's a blessing to have them here, and I want you to all welcome them. Wow. I feel like I'm walking on a cloud just seeing them, I'm telling you. Yeah. Got you, see. Okay, yeah, a little icebreaker just to get things started this morning. And this is not for you to do, but it's just that something to think about. Have you ever had a time where there was something that you just couldn't wait for it to happen? You were just so anxious and you couldn't get it out of your mind. You were just obsessed with it and just couldn't wait for it to happen, whatever it was. I'll tell you an example that I had, like as a kid, as a young kid. I remember about every year we get a new bicycle because as soon as we get a bicycle, we take the fenders off, flip the handlebars upside down, wreck them, and then they get old. And I never will forget I had this shiny bicycle. You know, my parents thought they could hide it from us. We 3 kids at home all day long, and our Christmas gifts are in the house somewhere. You know we're going to find them. So I had this shiny bicycle. I couldn't wait to get that bicycle out on the street. And I mean, I dreamed about it. I thought about it. I couldn't get it out of my mind. Sometimes I wasn't even hungry because I was thinking about that bicycle. So many times we have situations where we've got something that we've just become consumed with. So that was an example of me, and I'm sure you've got examples of the same thing. So this morning, Josh is going to speak on something that relates to that, on wanting and thinking and your response to how you handle it. So, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. I'm Josh McKinney, and I'm really honored to have this pleasure to speak this morning. But have you ever had that? Have you ever gone through that really big anticipation for something? You're like, you know it's coming. You've got a strategy, you've got a plan, and you become consumed. Your whole focus, your whole attention is on this thing. It's almost like you become absent of all other things in your life. It's like this one thing has got it, and anything that is around it, anything that could have maybe tapped you on the shoulder, it's gone. Your attention to God's kind of gone because you're so focused on this plan, this strategy that you're gonna embark on. So as I'm preparing to talk this morning, it's kind of funny how God throws things at you. The other night I was going to let my dog in from the outside. We have this kind of this little mud room, and I bring her into there and I take her collar off and I usher her on inside. Well, this time I was kind of compelled just to stand there and watch her. Because there's one of two things on her mind. One, I'm going inside, and it's going, I'm going inside, I'm going inside, I'm going inside, I'm going inside. You know, dogs. I don't know what they kind of think, but I'm sure these are one of the two things that she's thinking. And the other thing is, it's time to eat. It's time to eat. It's time to eat. And so as she's in the mudroom, she's going around me a mile a minute, yipping, yapping, yawning, for a couple of minutes, and I'm compelled just to stand there and watch her and see how long it'd take for her to simmer down. And so after a few minutes, she simmered down, and she gets I didn't even know that she would do this, but she kind of gets over here behind me, beside me, and waits on me. And I go, okay. So I get her collar off, and I put it on, aside, and then, okay, now it's going again. She's yipping, she's yawing, she's jumping, she's running, all right, I'm going inside. And so I compelled to wait again, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And she does it again. She gets over here and is waiting on me. She's back behind me. Oh, that's crazy. I thought, how often do we do that with God? How often do we have one or two things on our mind, and we're just yipping or yawing or jumping or running, that's it, And He's patiently waiting there. He's going to wait on you to get refocused on Him and what He wants to do in you and through you. I know personally, I deal with this all the time. That's why I'm sharing on it, because I become so focused, I have a plan, man, and I'm going to follow it to the nth degree. I forget about thinking about other possibilities that God could want me to be a part of. The other morning, it's kind of funny I'm mentioning this one, but the other morning, Jason, my friend Jason Walker, I think he's leading the table back there this morning. I had plans, man. He picks me up in the mornings and brings me here. It's just very convenient. I'm really thankful of this brother. But this particular morning, I wanted to pay for his breakfast. I had plans. I'm going to bless him for blessing me, and I'm going to pay for his breakfast, So I'm sitting, I don't know, one of these two tables right here, and he's over right at that table. And I go, and I'm watching it. I'm going, all right, I'm looking for an opportunity to jump in here and get up to that counter before he gets there. So I'm trying to end my table. I'm trying to get to the point I can leave, and I've seized the opportunity. All right, I see he's back there. He's engaged. I can go pay for his breakfast. So I go up there, and I pay for his breakfast, and I come back here and I go, hey dude, your breakfast paid for. No, I didn't do that. But I did tell him. I was like, I pay for your breakfast, and he goes, I didn't eat breakfast. Really? So now, and so I'm about right here, and I'm going, okay, now, whatever just went down is gone. I'm on plan. Okay, my plan just didn't work. How am I going to work this out? How am I going to work this out? And I go, Joe. I know Joe. I like Joe. Joe in the hat back here. And I go, Joe. And he's sitting right here. And I go, your breakfast is paid for. And then it hit me. I was just slamming a plan that I had into action that I didn't even, I was blessing somebody out of gratefulness, and I just gave it hand-me-down to Joe. And I just want to apologize to you. That's what...
Anytime.
But I'm glad you're okay with that, Joe. And I hadn't considered anything at all. I had a plan. It didn't work. So I got in my panic mode. And it's not let's freak out. It's I got to make this work. I got to make this work. I have got to make this work. And so I found somebody that I could make this work on, and didn't care what was going on at the table. There was a conversation going on, and I just kind of ripped him out of it and said, hey, I got your breakfast. And it's amazing how we can get so focused, so compelled, how I can, on what I want to see happen. So